wheelchairs don't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments, though, do they?
Yeah, like one in the typewriting lady. She just said, I have a clear thing, and then she didn't explain what it was. Well,
he typed everything and came to a conclusion.
Yep.
Can we see it?
No one look at no.
She's right.
What? Can't you see that I'm busy here?
That's your damn fault.
Some irrefutable hard evidence. As you wish.
What?
I'll give you the proof.
This is a Twitter argument. Show me proof. Okay, wait, no, hang on.
Yeah, pretty much. Hello, everybody. This is KVTV Under the Sun, and welcome back to the third case of the greatest attorney. Holy crap!
It's still the second case. We're still on the ship. The ship happens to have this giant courtroom in it.
Welcome back to the mystery case.
Welcome back to season 5 of Castlevania.
Look, it's been 2 weeks, and my mind immediately went to 2 instead of 3 for some reason, because I was gonna say it's been 2 weeks. Forgive us.
3 weeks.
3 weeks
No,
now?
I like final. Welcome to season 5 of Castlevania.
Yeah.
As you can see, we're taking Dracula to court.
It's been
We
a
have
while.
Vardy of London right here.
The Grim Reaper is on the prosecutor's stand.
Yes, he is, and
He got a real glow up.
He's just tired because he just couldn't do anything during the summation examination, so he's just annoyed. It's fine.
Yes, sir, that I did, sir.
Of course I heard it.
Oh, yes, sir. I heard it.
You, sir, on the end. The coachman. I believe it's Beppo? Yes, sir. My lord, sir. If it transpires that you, in your previous testimony, you were attempting to veil the presence of a fifth passenger on your omnibus, you will be found guilty of perjury. You are advised to bear that in mind, sir.
Joke's on you, none of the witnesses in Ace Attorney ever care about it. About perjury.
Oh, mio Dio. Oh. Now then,
Italian?
witnesses.
I think so. Is he Italian?
I guess.
I hereby call on you to testify before the court again. You will explain the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defense's summation examination. I am very tired.
Aren't we all?
Too much Pokemon.
The judge is like, oh my god, someone called the summation examination. Finally, I get to do my job. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Various misgivings.
The judge is living.
I only carried 4 passengers that night. I swear it, but,
Well, goddamn it, I'm slipping into accents. It's been so long.
That's fine. We'll just say that he just has various accents.
Well, I for one was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus. Ugh.
No, we'll
be
just say he's.
fair-
No, it's better. It's better. It's better this way. Final.
To be fair, I get where he's coming from. That character stock and build looks very similar to that of Sergeant Yasunosa.
He kind of does, actually. Holy crap.
Oh my god, you're right.
I wonder if it is.
He fiddles on the fair, he did. And then I saw that blood curdling sight as well. It's all too much.
I'll tell you, I saw McGilded stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands.
yes, he stabbed him. Yes, he did. I think so, yes.
You think
You
so?
think so?
Yeah, just...
I mean, I'm kind of impressed he can see, considering he's like the one, in the front. So I'm just sitting here like he's the one person who wouldn't see what happened.
Counsel, make sense of this for me, please.
I'm trying to make sense of this. Phantom fifth passenger conjured into existence by my learned Eastern friend never existed.
That
Yes!
sentence.
I said what I said. The confusion has arisen from the coachman's sly little
Cousinage.
cosinage.
Uppo, explain yourself.
I'm terribly sorry, Guildmaster.
No, you're not. The guild's fare is 4 pence across the board, you know that. Am I to understand that you've been overcharging our passengers by a penny a fare?
It's so cold, and the last run of the day is always half empty.
You had 4 passengers on there, that's not half empty at all.
That was just a weird exception, sir. You have been dishonest, coachman. I'm sorry.
You're a disgrace, Beppo, a disgrace. And your selfish actions have brought dishonor on the entire guild.
If I may, sir. I had to pay 10 pence on the bus just last week.
Oh.
What?
4 passengers of 5 pence each is, yes, 20 pence.
Thank you for math.
I've done the arithmetic 10 times already, but I just can't make the result come out differently.
It's not a very complex equation, Susato.
No, that figures.
5 times 4 is always 20.
I've connected the dots.
You haven't connected anything.
I've connected them.
Well, it would appear that one of the Alphamation misgivings has already been explained. So, counsel for the defense, your cross-examination, if you please.
We've already had the pleasure of a protracted summation examination today. I see you intend to continue the parlor games.
Absolutely.
I do not think that means. I do not think that means what you think it means, boy.
He's just like, head empty, can't think, just says yes.
You know what? I respect it.
It's like when someone asks you, "Do you want this or that?" and the person responds back as just, "Yes." That meme. That's pretty much what he's doing. What are we? Do you want me to? You know what? Just tell me if I want to press something.
I would press. I think.
The last one, I think.
Because he seems to have basically confessed to the 5 pence thing, kind of.
I pressed this just because we're still trying to solve the murder. This guy swindled them, yeah, but that's not what we're trying to prove right now.
Well, there's thankfully no penalty for pressing right now, so... Frickin' Bart Karma got me terrified. This blood-curdling sight. You mean the murder, I presume?
You've got 3 minutes!
Wait, what? We only have 3 minutes? Yes, sir.
Von Karma just showed up, decided to time travel, get down here, and just be like, you got 3 minutes for this.
Oh my god.
3 Frieza minutes.
A loathsome sight. No one should have to witness the horror in the eyes of a man the moment his life is taken.
Oh, wait, not exactly, sir. I mean, I didn't actually see the exact moment the gent was stabbed.
Good gracious! Really? I'm not actually surprised.
We have another witness who did, however. The banker has already testified to it.
Huh. But Mr. First didn't actually see the point at which the victim was killed. That may turn out to be very significant.
The banker gent next to me took a sharp intake of a breath, see, and that's when I looked through the glass. That's when I saw the horrible blade poking out from his belly, covered in blood. Every time I see a knife now, I can't help screaming, even when I'm eating.
Oh, that's
How do you eat
unfortunate.
buttered toast?
By screaming at it.
Yeah, oh sure, you know what?
Okay. Hold it! So you saw the defendant, Mr. McGilded, stabbing the victim, Mr. Mason, who was sitting next to him.
That's what I said, isn't it?
It was bothering me before, this was. For just a brief moment, he hesitated before answering the question.
Hang on, Rinos, here's what you do. Here's how you follow this up.
What?
You just look at him for like 2 seconds, say nothing, and then say, but are you sure?
Are you sure it's Christmas?
And then they just keep justifying it, they just keep saying, but are you sure? Yes, I'm sure, but are you?
No. Damn it.
Anyway, there was only the 2 of them inside the carriage, wasn't there?
But are you sure?
or
been
I
much
will
talk-
hit you with my hat.
There's been much talk of a fifth passenger, but as yet, zero evidence.
Then what are we wasting all this time for, eh? It's black and white. The man's guilty.
Are you sure? Something about Mr. Fairplay's testimony just jars with me. I wish I could work out what it was.
Fanfare, some Banjo-Tooie?
The answer may surprise you.
You know, I'm happy that the Switch now, if you have the online service, you can play Banjo-Kazooie now, but I'm a little scared how it's gonna work because I haven't heard great things with using the freaking online to play anything. Anyway.
The emulator for the N64 has gotten a little bit better, but I can still tell Banjo-Kazooie looks a little rough at some points.
Oh boy. Earlier, you testified that you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you?
Oh, yes, that's right.
You said that the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding a knife in an ice pick grip.
I suppose I might have, yes, put the cart before the horse, maybe.
Did any of you actually see the murder?
Right?
What's this? I'm quite sure about most of it. I was driving the horse when I heard a scream from the seats on the roof deck.
I do the logic of, I saw it, did you? Well, I heard a scream. That's the same thing, right? No, it's not.
It's not even the same senses, man.
Not to mention,
Oh, I expect that was me, sir. That was my scream.
That's when I turned around. Yes, I saw it through the skylight. The gentleman was on the floor and the knife was sticking out of his midriff. Oh, that's right, yes. The fellow holding the handle was the famous man. Yes.
So, in short, you didn't see the moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all, like the rest of you.
I really thought I did. But when I go over it again in my head, no, I suppose I actually didn't see the precise moment of the stabbing, did I?
How do I get... Good.
not to mention, he's like, and then I saw through the skylight. How did you reach over to see through the skylights?
I have a question.
Yes.
Is this a subtle reaction?
What do you mean a subtle reaction?
Well, like, this entire mechanic is like, oh, if someone has, like, a subtle reaction, you can press them on it. And I'm sitting here like, the last thing I see this as is subtle.
Yeah.
It's Ace Attorney.
This is subtle to Ace Attorney. Also,
Sir,
dude,
is something bugging you?
excuse me. That's not good for his teeth, unless that's like actual rubber or something. Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay?
It's actually candy, and he's Willy Wonka.
What the, oh my god.
Now you listen to me. I know what you're thinking. He didn't really see the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that? Eh?
Are you
sure?
Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. I might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. Could he have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed? Some days are like that! What the
Some
heck
days
is...
be like that. Some days be like that.
Okay, I'm sorry, I wanna... What the heck is this?
You see her someday.
Well, I suppose some days are like that. Sooner or later, you'll see something you wish you had.
It be like that, bro.
If you're always peeping through a skylight on the top of the omnibus.
Peeping? I'm a respectable city banker. I'll have you know.
Oh, I see what we're doing now. Oh my god. Naro, no!
And I know what I saw. I remember it as clear as a Ballarat day. What the fuck is that?
Ballarat? How the heck's a Ballarat day? I'm gonna Google this. Hang on. Y'all
Go
keep
for
going.
it.
I'm gonna Google this.
It was a grim scene, I don't mind telling you.
Thank you, Mr. Fairplay.
Oh, excuse me if I was getting a little hot under the collar there, my lord.
I would ask you to supplement your testimony with a clear statement about what exactly you saw.
Oh, I can do that all right. I'll tell you just how grim it was.
Sorry, I'm just laughing that that's still an option.
Apparently, Ballarat Day refers to a scene in 1854 involving an armed rebellion known as Eureka Stockade,
That just raises even more questions.
in which about 25 miners demanding political reform and the abolition of licenses were shot down by the military.
Oh. Okay.
In
well, you know what?
Victoria,
Damn.
Australia.
So this guy's
What the
been
heck,
to
man?
Australia?
No,
What the heck, man?
What they were going for with fair play, because this was during the he was in Australia for the gold rush, I believe, because that was a thing. That was a thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
Okay.
he's definitely British, I think, but he just was in Australia because gold rush and stuff like that.
Okay, now I'm
Okay.
even more confused about what accent I should actually go with this guy.
Also,
You can go British
1850.
Australia. Well, the thing is, he says a couple of Australia's sayings, so like, you can keep with the Aussie accent if you want.
No, you can do whatever you want. Like I made the other guy sound like a circus like ringmaster, and he's like Irish.
Okay, but also blood-soaked hands. Pretty sure he was wearing gloves.
Yeah.
And these gloves are not soaked at
Go
all.
ahead. Yes, do it.
Guys.
Present
Oh,
the gloves.
I didn't voice it.
Oh, sorry. We were so distracted by other things. Blood-soaked hands?
Well, I admit that soaked might be laying it on a little thick, but anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it.
Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar. Nice pose, Naruto.
What?
Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilded, on the night in question.
Oh, yes, right.
And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark color stain there. But as I'm sure you can clearly see, sorry, I'm like pop-ups here. It's only on the right-hand glove.
Also, it's on the gloves.
Yeah. In short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent.
Yeah. But, oh, that can't be right.
So you're the liar here, then?
Oh, Link's grandma's gonna go to town on him.
Disrespecting your elders like that.
That's right. You were quite clear about it. You said your goddamn stupid knife. It was both hands.
Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth?
There it is again.
I
Sorry, the way he
That
like
made a candy like.
the way he's chewing on his cane is like a chipmunk.
It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying.
But he just did.
Sir.
Yes, it wasn't both hands. It was only one. But the fact remains. The victim's blood was on the accused.
This guy was assuming he was barehanded. What?
No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands. Which means there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court.
seriously, please stop doing that. Why? Why? I'm a city banker, for pity's sake. My word should be the gold standard.
Ah, I get it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm a gentleman, not some gutter snap. Upstanding members of society don't prevaricate.
Hey, you got it. He's claiming to have no reason to lie. Oh, you have a reason. I don't know if you guys remember though.
I remember.
But is that really the case?
All right, he
It's
had
not a
a loan.
Yeah.
If we had some evidence to explain that Mr. Fairplay might be lying, it could turn the tide of this trial completely.
Something to show this man has a compelling reason to lie in his testimony. Let's go.
We have evidence.
No, there's no evidence. Just no.
My
We've
lord.
got
Evidence is
evidence.
made up.
My evidence is read a book. Specifically, this book.
Yes, counsel?
The defense is ready to present evidence.
By Jove, are you sure?
Yes, evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay had reason to lie in his testimony.
Angry sound effects.
It works.
Very well. I hereby call on the defense to present its evidence. The evidence that demonstrates a motive for the witness's alleged deception of the court. Here we go.
Read a book.
Take that!
I want that bubble, but it just says read a book.
I want an animation of him just taking the ledger and throwing it out.
Yeah. This I can't read now. Just throw the book. This is a list of the debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilded.
Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused extortion.
The point is, among the names of these debtors is your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
What? Mr. Fairplay, are you currently in debt financially to the accused?
Nope. No. Well, it's barely worth being called a debt.
I'm pretty sure there were guineas? Yeah, that's a lot of money! According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas. Not an inconsiderable sum of money, wouldn't you say?
Okay, I gotta be honest.
well, what
I
of
don't
it?
know how much a guinea is.
A lot.
Good news, neither do we.
I
It's
just hear
a
guinea
lot.
and I think that they just pay in guinea pigs.
We work on a guinea pig economy.
Guinea pigs are worth a lot back then, okay? Let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case?
These documents state that the loan agreement is forged between two individual parties. Therefore, were the creditor, the defendant here, to be sentenced to a capital punishment, all outstanding debts which were owed to him would be annulled. They would cease to exist.
Cease to exist.
Mr. Fairplay, is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw in a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guineas to the defendant?
Yeah.
Okay, Discord.
Thank you, Discord.
It just cut out the scream.
Yeah.
Order! 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 Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
You're my.
It works.
I'm just gonna assume
don't
it's not Discord. It's that he's got the staff halfway into his mouth.
Got it.
Please don't speak with the cane in your mouth, sir. Let me
Don't
ask
speak
you
with your
again.
mouth full.
Promises.
And be aware that your answer may have most serious implications upon your future, sir.
Grr.
Did you or did you not see the precise moment in time at which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim?
I love how both of them beside him are all in shock. Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony.
All right, now let's not make a melodrama out of this.
You're in the wrong game,
I was gonna
buddy.
say, you're in an Ace Attorney game.
Perhaps I did overstate the truth a pinch.
A pinch? A pinch?
But it makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on McGilded hands. Both of them.
Objection!
And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained.
So you keep saying.
We literally have evidence, dude.
Yeah, you can't really refute evidence.
I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir.
Go ahead, Mr. First.
Well, the thing is, I think I remember seeing it myself, as it happens.
Seeing what?
The blood, sir, on the assailant's hands. I think... yes. I'm almost sure it was on both his hands, not just one.
What the hell? What? What?
Did
The witnesses
anyone
are...
check the inside of the gloves?
I don't think we can check the inside of the gloves. Huh.
It would appear that we're going to need further testimony from all you witnesses. This time, I would like to know precisely what you did and what you did not see. Do I make myself perfectly clear?
Yes.
What the heck, man?
I don't know how to
Hold on.
stop this shit.
This is good news. The course of the trail seems to have shifted slightly at last.
Yes! I might finally have a chance to turn things around here. That's what you think.
Spoken moments before disaster.
Right? What the witnesses really saw.
Somehow Naruhodo's gonna get accused of murder here.
There was blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctly remember that. However, I suppose you might say that I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters.
Kinda does, yeah.
I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blood on them.
I didn't actually see anything myself. No, not until I heard that scream.
So you're useless.
Yep.
Anyway, the fact remains. There can't have been anyone else inside that carriage, or we all would have seen.
Okay, but two people now are insisting they saw... Okay. There gotta be a fifth person at this point.
Well, lo and behold, in truth of fact, not one of you was witness to the crucial moment the crime was perpetrated.
I apologize, my lord, but honestly, there was no one else inside that carriage, and the man's hands were covered in blood. That much incriminating evidence is tantamount to saying we saw the man do it. Sir, please see a dentist.
That's really not what testimony is about.
Just make sure you don't have a meal with a certain bullet lady after you see the dentist.
Oh my god.
Let us examine the interior of the omnibus once more. The victim's fresh blood, clearly seen here for the tour group, is clearly visible on the seat, corroborating the witnesses' accounts. In other words, there is no substantial, nor significant, change in the facts of the case.
Huh. Very well. Your cross-examination, please, counsel.
Yes, my lord.
I should have stayed in bed today.
I have no idea what we're trying to prove anymore at this point.
I'm almost at a loss too. Anyway.
I guess press everything.
Okay, hold it! Understood. Press everything, got it.
I said
No,
what I said.
the evidence tells us otherwise. We have the gloves the defendant was wearing on the night in question in the court record.
I'm well aware of that, sir, but nevertheless, I know what I saw and I stand by it. The man had blood on both his hands.
He's defiant, even in the face of hard evidence. He's steadfastly refusing to admit that he might be mistaken about what he saw. But why?
So he dies! Wait, no, that's not right. I didn't say that right. So his dead dies. There we go. Fixed it. Easy. GG. Got him.
That's a fair play. I want to get this man convicted for murder. Why? So that way I get killed. What? How does that help you?
The debt. The debt dies. I had it right the first time. I was just missing a word. Leave me alone. It made sense in my head. Your reasoning is dire. And my patience is thin. One hand or two, the salient point remains unchanged. Minutes after the grim crime, the victim's blood dripped guiltily from the accused's fingers. Does it really matter if it was one hand or two hands, if the man was still holding a knife?
Yes, it did matter.
Hold it!
Don't try to downplay this. Whether or not you saw the exact moment of the crime is a matter of fundamental importance, as well you know.
Gods, why am I even here?
But for crying out loud, we all know that no one else could have possibly done it. I was just trying to save us all some time. You've done such a good job of that so far.
Right? You have a loan of 20 guineas outstanding with the defendant, do you not? Had you hoped to release yourself from that financial burden by ensuring the defendant was found guilty?
That's not what I was hoping for.
Uh-huh.
I just lost a little guinea, or 10 when I backed the wrong horse in the derby, that's all.
Oh, okay. So
Oh
you
no,
gambled.
you're gambled.
He's in the
gonna-
ponies!
I really like gotcha games. Okay.
Oh no.
I was gonna win it all back. There's a fixture this weekend, that's a sure thing.
Look, I was gonna sink it all into, like, the JPEGs. I was gonna get a JPEG!
A little guinea or 10?
A legendary rare JPEG.
Look, I know that the current Lunar New Year event's going on right now, but you're just not gonna roll all your favorite characters, dude.
No,
Yes!
fuck you, I'm getting John Alter this time. I'm a banker. No one bats an eye if I borrow a little spending money for the weekend. Shit, I just said that out loud, didn't I?
Yeah, yes, you did.
I'm pretty sure this is the exact reason we need to regulate the banks.
I think you may have revealed rather more about your character than you bargained for, sir.
This witness's scruples are not on trial here.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Proceed to the next witness.
Is that really how it's supposed to work? No!
We found out this guy's been embezzling bank funds and gambling. Yeah, let's
Not the point. Move on.
Whatever.
Not the
whatever.
point.
No one died from it, so it's fine.
Yeah! You definitely saw that too. Blood on both hands.
Yes, sir. I mean, I know what you're going to say. Only one of Miss McGinnis' gloves has any sign of blood on it.
That's right.
The thing is, as far as I remember, sir, when I looked down and saw Miss McGill sitting beside the other fellow, I don't believe he was wearing any gloves, sir.
He wasn't wearing these gloves.
That's correct, sir, and I saw the blood on both his bare hands quite clearly.
And whose gloves are we holding?
It's true
Okay.
that the dark-colored stain on the dark leather gloves wouldn't have been easy to see.
I should point out that the police officer who apprehended the accused on the night in question reported that there was no trace of blood on Mr. McGilden's gloved hands.
What? Why do we have
This is
this?
raising more questions. Well, whose is this?
There wasn't blood on his hands.
Huh, this is puzzling indeed.
This must be significant somehow. I'm sure of it.
Whose lost gloves are these?
Jesus, what?
Mine, actually. I cut my hands.
Hold it!
I don't think we're gonna get anything out of him, but
Yeah, I
You
don't think
didn't-
we're gonna get anything about him either.
you didn't see anything.
Oh, yes, sir. That is to say, no, sir, I didn't. Very sorry about what I said before, sir. Very sorry, yes. It was very wrong of me to make up stories and say I saw him stab the man. Wouldn't you agree, sir?
Oh, now you're gonna go over there?
I know what you were insinuating, but I certainly wasn't making up stories.
Still, to say you saw nothing isn't right either, is it?
No, sir, I saw nothing at all.
Mr. Beppo, you were driving your horses. At the very least, you must have enjoyed a good view of London's streets, no?
Phoenix, shut up.
Not even Phoenix.
I said what I
Oh,
said.
please, you didn't even see that? Wait a minute, this guy was driving with his eyes closed.
It was so cold that night, you see. It was all I could do to keep from passing out, sir.
Beppo, what the hell?
Yes, my head was fairly frozen solid. Sorry to say, sir.
Maybe you shouldn't be behind a wheel.
I mean, he's not behind a wheel, he's behind some reins.
That's not better. It would seem prudent to avoid travel on the last omnibus service of London's cold winter nights.
That's a good plan.
Oh!
I am behooved.
I just wanted to say that. Beppo, you're fired.
No!
Hold it!
And everything you saw of the incident was through the skylight on the roof of the omnibus.
That's right. It was fiercely cold that night. The glass wasn't frosted over.
Oh, yes, I remember I was shivering. It was so bitter.
It rather begs the question of why the pair of you were sitting on the roof deck in the first place.
Well, I don't know about this young fellow, but I couldn't enter the cabin.
Oh? Why not?
It was locked from the inside. I tried knocking, but no one opened the door.
It was locked.
That's right. And it's a public bus service, for pity's sake. That's not what I call fair play.
Haha.
Yes, I had exactly the same experience. I tried knocking, but the gent inside just gestured me to clear off. So
Did he
I
flip
had
you
no
off too?
choice. Sorry, what did you say?
Did he flip you off too?
He didn't flip me off. He told me to clear off. That's a clear distinction, my good sir.
Same difference.
What? He flipped you off? Well, that's quite rude. So I had no choice but to climb up to the roof deck and look down longingly into the warm cabin below.
Well, I can assure you I wasn't just looking down. I was glaring, long and hard.
You know what? That was implied. You didn't need to say it.
Long and hard.
Please don't say that again. That makes me quite uncomfortable.
What the hell?
So this is a workplace.
We're in court!
And that's precisely why I can tell you with absolute confidence. If there was anyone else at all.
So this is a workplace. Please stop.
I can't.
But I heard the son. Do you know what they're all so upset about?
Nope, not at all. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
So
thank you.
fucking stupid.
Okay.
Maybe we should just stop here for now. Well, let's stop here. We're overtime a lot. Let's just stop here and take a breather and then come back to this after we sat down and think long and hard about this. We'll
Oh
think
God, Taisa! Bye.